Hi, it's Anita from Scrappy Happy Mommy, and today we are going to be starting our Just Because Cards Cricket Cartridge series, and I'll be taking you through all of the cards in this manual. This one is a little bit more confusing than some of the other cartridge series that I have done, so I'm going to open up the book and show you what I mean. So in the book itself, you are going to notice that the features that it will give you will be all of your layers. So layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, which is usually a shadow feature as well. You can have the words as well, but this one also has stickers in it, and it also has stencils. And the stickers have been, a lot of people that I've seen that have done videos with this cartridge have put those on the outside of the envelope, and some people are using the stencils for the outside of the card or the inside of the card. So whatever you size everything at, so let's just say that your card was sized at 4 inches. Your card, the card shift feature would be at 4 inches, your words would be at 4 inches, your layer 1, your layer 2, your layer 3, or your shadow would also be at 4 inches. The only thing that you have to change the size on would be your stickers and your stencils, because if not, they will turn out quite large and you'd want those to be a little smaller, so maybe around 2.5 or below, depending on the size of your envelope. So with every single card, there are corresponding envelopes, and I'm going to look at the back, and I'll go into details a little bit more on how to figure out the envelopes for which card. So in this, there are 10 envelopes, and the first one starts on page 64, and I put on the bottom, and I've gone through the whole manual and labeled what card number it is, and then on the bottom, this is envelope number 1, envelope 2, and so on through the series. So with this one, I've checked both fit to pages, and of course using 12 by 12 cardstock is what I have chosen to use. But if you notice on the side here, it will say the envelope fits cards number 1 to 8, 11 to 18, 21 to 28, 31 to 38. And going through the manual, this one does the exact same. Envelope number 2 fitting cards 1 to 8, 11 to 18, 21 to 28, 31 to 38, and so on. The only envelopes that will not fit that set of cards have been envelope number 9, because as you can tell, envelope number 9 is more for the square cards instead of the rectangle cards, and this only fits cards that end with a 9. So card number 19, card number 9, 29, and 39. And the same as number 10, because it is longer, this only fits cards that end in 0. So 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay, so that's a little bit about the envelope. Going through them, I'm sometimes finding that cards don't fit properly into that envelope, but I'm going to show you the easiest way to figure that out. I'm going to put this little manual aside. So on the overlay, if you still have a machine that uses the overlay, I've gone ahead with a Sharpie and I've marked in and labeled all of my envelopes. So card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then of course this would be 11 to 20, and this would be 21 to 30, and continuing on. The best way to figure out the envelopes, and all of the envelopes are here on the bottom, and I've gone ahead and gone E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, E8, E9, E10. The best way to figure out what envelope is going to fit what card is go down straight in a row. And some of the newer Cricut cartridges are starting to do this. There is a Christmas one that does that, and of course right now it is escaping my mind. But this envelope right here will fit all of the cards above it, the same as envelope number 2 fitting all the cards above it. So these ones would end in 2, all of the cards that end with 3 would go with envelope number 3, and so on. This is the easiest way to figure out what the envelopes are doing. And all I'm doing is I'm figuring out my fit to page on the envelope first, and then going by the card. And if you want to double check it, double check what the fit to page on the card is, and of course go with a lower number. So I'm going to be starting with using envelope number 1, and this one does have a shift feature as well, and I will explain that in my video. But for today, for my getting started, all I wanted to show you is how I've labeled my overlay, because as you can tell, there's no images like there usually is on the overlay, just a bunch of cards, and not labeling it is quite confusing on what card you're looking at. So I've gone ahead and labeled them all with a Sharpie, what card number, and also my envelopes. Again, the corresponding envelope can be found at going vertically at the bottom of that row. And I will let you know if that for some reason doesn't work, but so far it has been working the best. So I'll be back soon with card number 1 and in my Just Because Cards Cricut series, and we will go from there. Thanks for watching. Bye.